Hello, I'm Joshikins, and welcome back to my Best of 2016 list. And we're going to continue and finish the honorable mentions. The movies that were May, and just cut my top 5, my exclusive top 5, which is some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to make myself feel really important here, so please don't help me. Anyways, this movie was, again, sort of like Suicide Squad was May. And so the film itself was actually sort of decent. It went from May to what the fuck? This is crap. And sort of, it never rose to greatness, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It tended just to be in the middle. The big thing about this movie, though, was this is Ghostbusters. I did enjoy it. There were some good parts. There were some bad parts. Leslie Jones did a fucking awesome job. She was the best goddamn thing in the film. The thing about the film, though, is it didn't seem people were allowed to like or dislike the film without it being a social justice issue. What people sort of seem to forget, and I talked about this on the podcast I do with Jock Early 77 called J&J Mondays. That's on a Sunday because I thought it was fucking hilarious. It used to be on Mondays and we changed it Sundays, and I'm like, just keep the name, it's fucking hilarious. But I talked about there where people seem to sort of forget that this is a reboot, and reboots are extremely tricky to do. It's like, you can't be too similar, but you can't totally do your own thing either. And so, any outcry about it being a reboot, that was sort of normal. It's just if you're rebooting or remaking something, there's going to be a lot of hate, especially from hardcore fans that are extremely nervous about what's going to happen if you're going to ruin their franchise. And so, while some people, loud people, tried to make it about, oh, you don't like it because it's an all-woman cast, that wasn't really the problem. I mean, how this was pointed out to me, it made a lot of sense of you could have an all-female male cast, but have it still be a continuation of the original Ghostbusters. Maybe have one or two being the descendant. And the thing is, the film, if there had been no social justice outcry over it, it was a May film. It was, as I said, Leslie Jones was awesome. One thing of the film that did bug me was how Chris Hemsworth's character suddenly decides he really wants to be a Ghostbuster and can really prove himself, and it comes, not even kidding, just out of nowhere. Like, one scene he suddenly decides he really wants to be a Ghostbuster. That was shitty. And the whole, basement sort of nerd that doesn't like to be looked down upon suddenly gaining his revenge. It's goofy, yes, but in my mind it sort of works. And it's not a bad film, in my opinion. It is definitely in the May. And it's just really in the May zone. Let's just call it the May zone. Because there were good performances, there were bad performances. The effects were good. The whole battle scene at the end, I like that. It's like the Slimer is around driving, doing chaos, not really caring what's going on. And at the beginning, when the one character is trying to keep her job, and it's, I sort of like that about why it's hard for her, because she's trying to be very professional and she ends up screwing it over for herself, and that's why it's May. I mean, it's May. And the final honorable mention is one that I really did enjoy. I really did enjoy, but I didn't put it on the top 5. There are other better movies. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, this is, hey, it's a sequel to Cloverfield. And people, some people that are the same ones that just watch a movie and then walk out of the theater go, well, there's really not much of a connection. And then the really in-depth nerds, and I've watched a few of their videos on YouTube, can go, oh, look at this company, and, back when Cloverfield was coming out, and, there was this website, and it shows this, and this is how it connects, and yada, yada, yada. And so, yeah, basically, really, really long story short, it is connected. And this is a good film on its own. I mean, there was really no doubt whether or not aliens were real or not. At least concerning this film, and in reality, the universe is so big, we can't possibly be the only life forms out there, so. But the whole thing of trusting the father, because God, that gets creepy. I might know a person who, like, their parents are, one of those hover parents, and it was creepy sort of being reminded that those people, their parents would never, lock them up in the basement or anything like they did in this film, but still, when the father can't think of the word woman, it's just like, wow, I actually know people in my life that are sort of like that. It's a very creepy film. The woman does wonders on her own as she grows to accept her situation, as she learns to get stronger, and she tells a story that she's used to basically other people putting a fight up for her and not her, fighting for herself. And by the end of the film, she's able to kick butt and take names. And at the end of the film, she drives to where there's some resistance fighters, which shows that she has really grown into a fighter. She's willing to do what it takes to keep not just herself safe, but everyone safe. So, but the sort of ending hints that all may not be as it seems. There might be some nefarious things going on, so I can't wait. If they make a sequel, I can't wait for that. So that has been my honorable mentions, both parts. And just, again, like Ghostbusters and Suicide Squad were both not very good films, but they were enjoyable, and I wouldn't mind watching them again. It just, I'm not going to put them on the top 5 list. As I said, exclusive shit there, if you just don't want to put any old film. But before I get to my top 5, please comment down below with what you think my top 5 are going to be. You won't get any prizes, no rewards, but yeah, you'll if you guess them all correctly, you'll get a lovely pat on your back. Also, put your own top 5 lists down there, and I want to see what movies you really enjoyed this year. And if you want to, you can also make a little worst of list in the comments below. And I have been Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. I have some lovely links in the description, so visit those. Please like this video because I like attention. That's why I blog. I blog because I need to be reassured that I'm worth something by strangers and the internet, on the internet, whatever position you're on with the internet. I won't judge, and please subscribe, because I have no fucking idea. Maybe you just have really shitty taste in YouTubers, so until next video, goodbye.